Hello, I'm Mr. Jonathan, and you're watching Virtually BGCMC. In this video, I'm going to be drawing Darth Vader, so follow along, and here we go. Starting off, basic shape is going to be a circle for the head. As you can tell, this circle is not going to show up in the final drawing, but we need it here just so we could figure out where everything falls in place. So from the circle, we're going to draw the neck coming down this way and get a line going back here. So because his body is turned to the side, this side of the body is going to be a little bit lower in the angle. So it's going to be the chest that we're seeing here. I think I'm going to go a little bit lower here because when we add the mask, the chin of the mask is going to cut off the neck a little bit. So I'll go a little longer, get the chest going down, and then angle this way. Here we're seeing the shoulder go into the back, so we're going to go here this way, and then the angle here where it breaks is going to be a lot higher. See that? There we go. So we got a lot of complex shapes that we're going to work with here. We'll take it step by step, just so we could figure everything out as we go. Getting my midline here, and because he is turned to the side, it is going to be offset. From here, let's get the helmet in place. So I'm going to go to the midline and curve out this way. We're going to draw this opening here. Draw lightly because as we add more and more shapes, we're going to make a lot of adjustments. So if you're drawing lightly, then when it comes time to erase and make those adjustments, it's going to be a lot easier. Okay, coming around this way now. You want to go down and bring it around to the neck area here. I might have went a little bit low here. I might need to adjust and make it a little higher later on, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. So I'm gonna get the helmet going over here. And then as we go back up, you want to get this straight angle going back towards the circle. Don't go too high because we're still gonna add the dome of the helmet, and it's gonna rise pretty far above the circle here. Okay. Now from here, like I said, we're gonna add the dome going up this way first, and then adding the top part. Coming down here. Adjusting a little bit. I think I need to make this go a little further out. There we go. Okay, let me clean this up. All right, not looking too bad so far. Again, once we get into the final details, everything could shift, so just keep that in mind. Now from here, we're gonna work on the face mask. And there's a few 3D shapes in here that we're gonna work on. So first, let's work on this area in here. I'm gonna draw a line going across this way. Okay, that's gonna be this line cutting through. And then from here, I'm gonna make it go back into the eye sockets. So actually, I want to make this go out a little bit further, cut it back in this way. See that? And then here as well. Okay. And then from here, we'll get this area curving around and back up to the circle. Right. We'll put the eye sockets and the lenses in later. What we're going to worry about first is this area in here and the mouth. here, I like to go up right to the middle where the midline is, and then we're going to draw this triangle shape for the mouth area. Going this way. It's reaching right at the bottom of the circle here. Okay. And you want it to kick out a little bit further on this side than on this side. Okay. And from here, this corner, we're going to draw a line going back up inside the helmet this way, and then one going to the side here. Then also from this corner, we're going to draw this line going back to the neck. Once you reach the neck, then we're going to get the bottom of the helmet here, curving up to this side of the neck. Here, it looks like my neck is a lot thinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to push the helmet back here to make the neck a little bit thicker, and then that's going to make the shoulders wider, so I need to adjust this here as well. Okay. Get rid of these lines that I don't need anymore, just so you could have a clear view. A lot of the times when I'm drawing for myself, I'll just leave all these guidelines in, maybe even just erase them later on at the end. We'll get rid of this here. This neckline we don't need anymore. Okay. And then from here, this corner, we're just going to draw a straight line going down to there. And then here, this is going to go to this corner here. So you see all the angles that we're working with to build this 3D shape. I think I need to make this go a little more straight down. Okay, good. From here, we'll put the eye socket in. We'll go from this corner, go in, up. You get pretty close to the midline here, okay? In, up, and around. This is gonna be the opening, and then we're gonna put a lens inside of that as well. So moving on to the next one, again, we get pretty close to the midline. We'll go here and here. Once you reach about the level of this corner here, you can go up and meet at that corner, right? Then we'll hook this up and around. To about there. Okay, not looking too bad. Let me adjust this shape a little bit. I want this angle more slanted. So what I'm going to do is cut through here like this. Okay. Get rid of all this. All right. Not too bad so far. I know we're jumping around from place to place on this drawing, so let me round this off a little bit more. And then I'm just going to block out a few things here on the body. So we got the cape opening here. This here is going to be his cape. Let me angle this down this way. Okay. Then here is the opening of the cape where his chest is. He has a chain across his collarbone holding his cape together. I'm just going to block it out here. Just get a basic shape in place to where the chain is going to be. And then we'll add the details a little bit later. He does have a chest plate here as well, so I'll get that basic shape in place. And then another layer here for his cape, wrapping around from the other side. All right. Clean up a little bit more here. There we go. Now let's get some final details in here. And I'm gonna start darkening up my lines as well. So here, I think this is looking pretty good. For the eye, we're gonna draw a lens going from here to here. Now, if you wanna get a little bit more fancy, we could add some highlights on these lenses, how we did here. Let's add the other lens here first. So we're gonna come down here, then drop over this way. Okay, so these lenses, if we imagine the light coming from this way, the lenses would or the highlights would pop off right here. So what these highlights are the shiny parts on the surfaces. So if you were to say shade the lenses in, all this you would shade around, and the highlights you would leave blank, and it would give it a shinier look. Okay, so from here, let me get this angle, cut it across. Inside of this front area where the mouth is, there is a little gray area here. This is the nose, and then there's these extra vents going across. So I'll get that in place, and then these vents are going down this way. There we go. We'll put little circles here. He has like little metal studs on the corners, and then here we'll add some extra layers to these shapes here. Go up around this way. Then this is a little curve in the helmet from that separates the side of the neck area into the inside, because the inside is curved. It's curved in this way. So this is what that line is showing. Okay, now we'll get this triangle underneath. This is another vented area, so we'll cross some lines going this way. Okay, there we go. All right, now getting into the helmet, finishing it off here, just gonna darken my lines. I think this looks pretty good. I was thinking about raising it, but the level here, but I think that looks okay. So we'll go with it. Wrap this around. And then once I think this should be a little bit wider as well. Let me darken this up. Here at the bottom, to show that the helmet is wrapping around, we're gonna go from this corner and then add a little wrap around here. So what we're going for is to make it look like the helmet is wrapping all the way around through the back and coming out on this side, which the levels, I think they match up pretty well. So we're gonna keep that. Okay, then we'll go up here. Get the dome part of the helmet going. Just making it right on the edge of the paper there, but I think that's okay. Okay, and then like I said, we'll make this a little wider, maybe about to there, and then bring it back down. Okay. So from here, to add a little bit more detail to the helmet so it doesn't look so plain, you could always color it in or shade it, but if you're just drawing like me using lines here, what we're gonna do is add a couple highlights here and there and a couple lines to show different change in surfaces. So there is an actual little raise, a bumped raise here in the middle of the helmet, so that's what these lines are showing. Here we'll give it a glossy kind of look. We'll follow the line here, right where this dome connects to the side part. We'll get a little spike going here and going down, just to make it look like it's more of a glossy surface. That's what all these lines are showing. And then like with the eyes, we'll put a highlight right in here. Okay, there we go. All right, not too bad so far. Moving down to finish it off to the body, I'll darken up these lines for the cape. We'll add a line going this way. This is to show the separation of the shoulder plane. So this is the top of the shoulder and then moving down into the side. We could even get some wrinkles in here for the cape. Just some little, draw a little spike first, and then on either side you could just go down and drape it. Okay, won't go too crazy there. I think that's good enough. Then for this chain here, let's see, we'll break it down into more basic shapes, right? So we got the big part here, a big part here, and a big part here. Or these are the open parts of the chain that we could see. kind of like donuts. Okay, and then they're going to be linked like this. All right, so with these basic shapes, all we need to do is darken up the outside parts like this. Okay. Then these openings, I made them like small circles, but really they should be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to refine the shape a little bit, just like that. Okay, and then here for this chest plate, we do want to make it look a little bit 3D, so we want to put this plane underneath here, okay, to give it some depth. And then we draw these lines cutting through all the way down like that. Then we'll get this extra layer here going down for the cape. And there we go. That's Darth Vader. Hope you enjoyed the drawing, and may the Force be with you. We'll catch you next time. Bye.